Hello, Gemini Rising. This is your life checkup general tarot reading for the month of June 2024. If you're not Gemini Rising and you're Gemini Sun, what are you doing here? Actually, if you don't know what your rising sign is, I have a link in the description below to take you to astrocharts.com where you can enter in your place and date and exact time of birth into their website. It's very minimalist. They're not going to ask for your email or anything like that. And find out all of your positions, astrology positions like your Venus sign and things like that, as well as your ascendant, which is another word for your rising sign. And once you get that information, come on back. If you're a Gemini rising, in fact, or if you're some other rising sign, then go watch that video. But needless to say, this is specifically tailored to rising signs because I find that helps me to get a better feel of the vibe and the information for a particular group of people by using that metric in the type of reading that I do. Having said all of that, my name's Pod Kane. Thank you for being here, and let's get started. So we're going to use probably four decks today, frankly. And we're going to start you out with an archetype card. Just kind of show the energy and the archetype really that you're going to be embodying this month in the month of June. So let's go ahead and draw for that now for you. Just shuffle really quickly. May or may not include shuffling in my future videos. I know it takes a little bit of your time out, but I feel like it's authentic. So we got the angel card for you. Aren't you sweet? Helping those in need with no expectation of return. That has been such a theme in these last readings that I've just done this month. Is it just the people that are tuning in to me, or is this a general thing? I don't know. I'm kind of excited to find that out, but we're going to find out more about what this card means for you as we do the reading. So this first deck we're going to use is just the classic Waite Smith, one of my older decks and the one that I am most familiar with. And it's got the classic imagery that we all know and love. So if you're a beginning tarot reader and you're watching this to kind of see how other readers read, which is how I learned, by the way, is on YouTube, you're going to recognize these cards and hopefully recognize the interpretations that I have for them, because I feel like I'm not too far out there with my interpretations on tarot. I wing it sometimes when intuition calls for it. We're just going to get these cards out here and then we start our reading. And you've got a lot of cards here for your third position. Got a lot on your mind, Gemini Rising. Who's surprised there? Okay. Cute. That cute. Okay. I'll take these two. Keep going. Where am I at? 5, 6, 7. There's my dog Lotus. Oh, that's 2 cards as well. Oh no. This is the devil. Don't worry. I'll protect you. Lotus, you stay out of there. It's not her fault. I've got a bag with some bags of chips and stuff from my vacation that's literally sitting on the floor. So, you know, it's just too much to resist for her, I think. Okay, so we started out the reading with our card at the base of the reading, the Two of Pentacles, which is kind of showing you're having a hard time having a little bit of fun, finding the lightness in the situation. Maybe you've got a lot to juggle, a lot to balance, or maybe you really just don't have much going on right now. We'll get more into it as we go, though. So first we're looking at how you appear, the Page of Cups. And this is very much an angel card, a very sweet, innocent demeanor. People see you as good-natured, loving, kind, innocent, maybe naive, not necessarily in too negative of a way, almost like worthy of protection as well, a little bit. What you have, a ton of possibilities with the Seven of Cups. You've got a lot of different ideas. Maybe I could do this. Maybe I could do that. I don't really know what to do. I don't even know what I want. A lot of things floating around. One thing in particular that's standing out to me right now are these jewels going after money, or this Holy Ghost, so going after spiritual matters and spiritual desires. So you're kind of in this place of determining what you value, between just making sure that you've got financial abundance and you got money and nice things and all that, or do you want to go after something that is maybe not all that lucrative financially, but it's you feel that it's in your heart, or at the very least you have some kind of strong pull or desire to move towards it, even though it may not be all that practical. Then in what you think, that's where we've got these three cards. So you've got the Lovers card, a major arcana. You've got the Tower card, a major arcana. And you've got the Three of Cups reversed. So this is telling me that you've got a lot of things on your mind. You're thinking about past traumas. You're thinking about things that didn't work out. You're thinking about relationships and big choices, big life choices. And you're thinking about how you don't really feel supported in dealing with either one of these things, and how you don't really know how to reach out, talk to anybody about it. Maybe you're feeling all alone in this circumstance right now, whether you're struggling to get back on your feet or you're struggling to find a partner. You're just feeling unsupported and a little bit alone right now with all this. At least that's what you're thinking about. Now, in your home, you've got the Ten of Cups, the family love card. You've got a parents and children here. They're celebrating. The 10 is the ultimate number in any suit. It's the completion of all of the previous numbers that leading up to it, which was trials of new beginnings and good times and bad, sorrow, hardships, like with the Five of Cups, or indecisions, like the Seven of Cups. And eventually it leads to the 10, which is where all of our emotional labor has paid off. And with that being in your home, this is really a cornerstone for you right now, especially if you're kind of in a loss and a bit of confusion here in June, where at least you can rely on your family or those that live in your home, and you feel a sense of belonging and a sense of fulfillment there at the home, where at least everything is in its right place. Yes. So moving on to self-expression, you've got the King of Pentacles along with the reverse Five of Cups. So here, you're doing well in your business, at work, or you have a lot of resources that you're in control over. You have a nice, comfortable, cozy life. You're not being overly stingy with it or anything like that. But it's just showing that you have all of your physical needs are met. And in relationship to the reverse Five of Cups, you're looking towards the positive. You're being hopeful. Even with maybe recent major loss or things kind of falling apart in some direction, you're still seeing that there is even a silver lining to that experience, and that you have something to gain still from what you've been through. And that's very beautiful. And you're trying to keep it positive in the way that you're behaving. Which stands to reason why people see you as the Page of Cups, is that you still have an open heart, even though you've been through some things, and probably some generosity as well. Next is your work, and you've got the Magician. So whether you're working in a career, you just have a part-time job, you're starting your own business, or you're in school, this is you taking advantage of all the skills and talents necessary to make it freaking happen. And you have everything that you need to do what you need to do right now. You're definitely seen as someone who's capable, who has achieved something, and who stands on their own in this competency. You're competent right now. You did the thing, and you're gonna keep doing it. Another major arcana for you. Pretty important month for you, actually. So, in your card of other people, your relationships, this is marriages, partnerships, very close friendships, a close relationship with a coworker or a boss, or even your children or a parent. We have the star reversed. So, this is suggesting that other people in your life may be really going through some things, and they might be losing hope. They might be directionless. They might be pessimistic about their own opportunities, or maybe putting a little bit of that onto you because you're so innocent looking to them. It doesn't mean that you are. This is how you appear in this part of the reading. That they may kind of push a little bit of that pessimisticness onto you, I'm feeling, because they are like, well, you've never been there, so you don't know, and life's hard, so figure it out or learn about it, or I don't know. But this is people that are close to you in this month, and maybe one particular person, maybe multiple, are going through it right now. And, we'll see more if there's something more that you wish to do about that, or if it's just something to know going forward. So next is going to be what others have. Miss Lotus, take a seat, please. What others have. They're attached to something with either an addiction, a fear with the devil card. They are caught up in some dark things and dark times, and it revolves around needing other people. And whether that's for, I need you to pay my bills, or whether that's simply like, please don't leave me, I'm afraid of being abandoned. That is something to take into mind when you have all these opportunities and options, and a good deal of hope for your future, where they're kind of in this complete other place where they feel very much tied to this extreme need and dependency on others to make their life happen in any way that applies to your specific situation. Next, we have what you are learning. Page of Wands. Find your voice, speak up, have something to say, get your message out there. Put one foot in front of the other with a new venture that is led from your desires and not just a practical need, or you're emotionally doing it because you're afraid of something, or you feel like you need something. The Page of Wands is a character who has optimism and vision. And this is also a communication card. You're learning that you can speak about your vision, you can speak about your truth, you can have people hear you and find your voice. Especially when it comes to these tough things that you've been thinking about, where you're wanting to make serious decisions in your life, and you've got some tough stuff that you've been through, and you're lacking support. And you talk about it. Someone will listen and will deeply care, and what's more, they'll have fantastic advice for you. They'll be able to share their stories that can help you on your way. Don't keep it in. Next, we have what you've built. So we have the Four of Wands reversed. Four of Wands upright generally means that you have reached a milestone, and you're here to take in the harvest and celebrate and have a party. And the T is that you haven't gotten there yet, and it's reminding you that you're not there yet, and that it will take time, and that interestingly, having like a completion card here as at your home, your foundation, and then what you've built yourself is you're not there yet for building that for yourself. It kind of suggests that what's going on in your home may have been built by others or inherited or was just a different phase of life. Because this is a modality of emotion. So you've worked really hard on building relationships and emotional sensitivity and emotional literacy. And now you're looking to build your spiritual side, and you're looking to expand your ego in a positive way. Expand your ego. Who am I? And what do I have to say in this world? And what is my unique vision, perspective, and outlook on life that deserves to and needs to be heard and seen? And how am I going to go about doing all of that? That's where you're at now, is you're building something for yourself outside of your family boundaries, outside of long-term emotional connections that you've had. This is very much a new individual journey for you. And going back to the people that are around you, you may notice that the people around you are still like stuck in feeling like, oh, we need to stay within the family. We need to stay in this in our emotional support group. And if we lose anybody because we speak out and say something that they don't like, the world will come crumbling to a halt or whatever. And that is there in your eyes. It's in your eyes for you to see that that is a unfounded fear. There may, in fact, be some people from your original Ten of Cups group here, whether that's your actual family or people that you have long-term emotional attachments to, that when you start speaking your truth and when you start going on this journey of self-actualization, they may be like, yo, you're not who I thought you were anymore. And I just can't get with that. I can't believe you're saying that. And you're like, I've been this way this whole time. You just never heard me, or, whatever the case may be. That could cause some divisions there. Just know that those, if anyone leaves, it's tough. I do understand, but it opens you up to new people walking through the door who have so much more to do with who you are today, and so much more to give and share with you on that journey, rather than you just replaying the old stuff that you've been through already, that was right for a time and it is no longer. Because that replaying it over and over again, it's like watching the same movie 1,000 times. It's comforting, yes, but like, I already seen it and it has nothing new to give to me. So be brave. Next, we have friends in your 11th house. I got this for Taurus rising too. People are going to be pushing you out, your friends and support group are going to be kind of trying to get you to get out of your comfort zone. Stop giving to everybody around you and start dancing the night away. Start living your life, throwing caution to the wind. Stop thinking so much about everything and just do something impulsive. And they're really going to be encouraging you in that this month, which based on what you've been pondering on, I think you could do with a bit of levity and a bit of impulsivity right now, because you've been dwelling on some pretty serious stuff. So it's time to blow off some steam, your friends are saying, and I agree. Next, you have limitations. 10 of Wands reversed, which is the burden that's not worth having. I mean, in some way, shape, or form, and we may get more information on this in our next round of cards, you are carrying a burden that is not yours. Maybe it never was. And it's time to let all that go. Those are the desires, the dreams, the will of somebody else, and not for you. whether you created it thinking that you wanted it, but you just wanted it because you thought you were supposed to want it, or whether you were heavily encouraged by someone in your circle, a family member or a teacher, parent, whoever. These are burdens that you have acquired for yourself that you don't even give a crap about. He's walking in towards the castle with his harvest, and it's clearly a ton of work, but he planted all those wands and he wants them to get to the castle. And that's the culmination of this entire thing that he's been doing. You don't give a crap if the castle gets the wands in this scenario. You don't even know why you planted them. In this case, you just want to throw them down and take off. So we hopefully will find out some more information about what that might be and what you can do about it in our next circle reading. So now we're going to use the Spirit Song Tarot, which is a cute little animal themed tarot deck that I was given as a gift a couple years ago. I haven't worked with it very much, and I'm excited to get to use it with you today, Gemini Rising. We're just going to do a shuffle real quick. So we're going to go around and place another 12 cards around the wheel. But this time they're going to talk about your inner world. Things like who you are, what you value, what you need to consider changing, what you need to have the courage to do. So really, hopefully helpful. And these also have different names for the... Oh my God, I just killed a tiny little fruit fly. I'm so sorry. These have different names for the suits in this deck, so I may have to look them up because I don't remember what they are. Okay. So feathers is definitely air. Shells has got to be cups. Acorns is pentacles. And crystals is wands. I gotta look it up. That doesn't make any sense. Shells is water. Crystals is earth. Okay. And then acorns is fire. Okay. Perfect. All right. So we start out with who you are as the King of Crystals, which is the King of Pentacles. He back. He was right here in your self-expression. And this is truly who you are. You're being very honest with who you are. And look at the dichotomy here. People are really underestimating you right now. Like, oh, you're just a baby. No, I have wisdom. I'm committed. I've been doing this for a long time. I've been here before, if that applies. You're very grounded, stable, practical, patient, steadfast. You've got your mind on your money, but also on just what's reasonable, what's stable, what's healthy. You know, people underestimating you. Next, in what you value, the Four of Shells, that's the Four of Cups. It says here, soul searching and reevaluation. You have valued, again with the Seven of Cups here, you valued your time really sitting and thinking about what your options are. Four of Cups is very much a similar card to that, where you typically have a person sitting in front with a bunch of cups presented, and then there's like a magical hand coming out of the sky with another cup, and they're just like folding their arms like, meh, I don't want any of this. This isn't what I asked for. And the fact that you value that is telling me that you believe that even though you don't know what it is yet, you still believe that you will find that thing that is right for you, that you deserve more. And you will keep looking until you find it. Next on this, with what needs to change, we have the Two of Acorns, which is the Two of Wands, insight, focus. That's your plans, what you're working towards, what you're thinking about doing, your opportunities, and just what goals you're setting for yourself. I think with your focus on the past and things that have happened before, you're kind of in this mindset of expecting it to happen again. Like that's just my life, you know, relationships don't work out, or bad things happen that destroy everything I've built. People aren't there to support. No. Your thinking is being directed by your past experiences in a way that is setting you up, even though you're really looking for something good here. You're setting yourself up and making plans that are all based on this past BS. And this happened, and acknowledging that is important. Dwelling on it will just create more of the same. And that's what the tarot is really trying to draw your attention to right now is don't unduly create more of this drama and trauma for yourself by over focus on it. Open yourself up for new things to happen to you, around you, and for you, because they will. You've learned from those situations, certainly. You've certainly thought a lot about them. That doesn't mean that they're going to happen to you the same way again. In fact, it means exactly the opposite. Of course they can't happen to you the same way again because you already saw it. It's not going to blindside you this time. So will it even be experienced in the same way? Of course, life has disappointments, setbacks, failures. But the more you know, the more those setbacks and failures feel like just another day and not really that big of a deal. Don't expect it to hit the same way. And it's going to hit different. When something tough comes up, you're going to have the fortitude and the knowledge to just be like, okay, whatever. Next, we have the Three of Shells in what's driving you. Playfulness and bliss. So it's that Three of Cups here. It shows back up here. What people you do have around you are very supportive. And I think you should consider speaking to them more about these deeper issues that you feel like you're not being supported on. Additionally, you're ready to share a sense of pleasure and enjoyment in the lighter things in life, and just in sharing emotions and good feelings and good times with others. Okay. And let me read more about that in a second because that just made me lose my train of thought. All right. So next, what you need to have the courage to do, you have awakening, which is the judgment card reversed. So when judgment is reversed, it can be talking about not hearing something, not listening to what other people are saying. It can also be about rejecting enlightenment and stuff like that. But this doesn't apply in this situation, because this is what you need to have the courage to do. And before we have you're the steadfast person, this is your self-expression, and you're focused on the positive. If there's people in your ear that are telling you, oh, I know more than you, and this is what I have to tell you about, and this goes back to the star reverse. Oh my God. Okay, they're trying to tell you that they know more than you do, that if you even try to go for these positive things or these hopeful things or whatever, you're not being practical. You don't know how the world really works, or this or that or the other. And they're trying to put themselves in a position of some kind of authority and knowledge. And the tarot's asking you to know in your wisdom that although some things they may be saying are built in their perspective, in absolute grounded truth for them, you are not them. You have different skills and abilities. And especially when we consider that they see you as a page of cups when you are actually a king of pentacles, 4 steps up the freaking ladder in a completely different modality than what they're thinking. They have no idea what they're trying to. You should probably be teaching them, frankly. And you're probably going to have the courage to dismiss the well-intentioned advice of people who don't know what the fuck they're talking about. That's tea. Next. Details you may miss, the high priestess. Listen to your intuition. I'm sorry, I got freaking fruit flies moved in after I came back from vacation. Listen to your intuition. You know what is right. You really do. I know that it seems like you're maybe a little lost right now, but the simple fact that you have options, you're looking among them, and you know that you haven't reached the right one yet means that you'll know it when you freaking see it. And you'll know it by how it feels. Your intuition will tell you, and then you will know. That is a beautiful gift. I've used it in my lifetime, and I can't even talk about how it worked out because it's so nebulous, and yet it was so real. Anyway, this isn't about me. I'm just saying, you will know it when you see it. Trust yourself. I like where this is leading, honestly. Next, with others involved, you have the Two of Shells, which is the Cups. Two of Cups reversed, union and harmony reversed. Man, these people that are in your life, they are well-intentioned, I feel, but they are not of like mind. And because they're not of like mind, if you dare to allow them to make any decisions for you, you are going to be right back here carrying somebody else's burden to somebody else's castle with no investment for yourself whatsoever. Do not live anyone else's dream. Do not follow anyone else's fears. Again, maybe very well intentioned with the Ten of Cups here. Bro, these flies. But they may be very well intentioned, but at the end of the day, they have no clue what is right for you, what spirit wants for you, what your higher self wants for you, that you actually have the wisdom, the knowledge, and the intuition, even for the situations that you aren't experienced in. Your intuition will guide you. You're fine. Frankly, they need help. They need Jesus. You're chilling. Next we have secrets. So we have the Eight of Swords reversed. What does this say for the upright courage and solutions? Oh, you're sugarcoating that one, honey. Eight of Swords reversed in secrets. The people involved, because I saw this as with the Six of Pentacles and the Devil card, we were reading this as these other people that are trying to kind of get involved in your life right now and are afraid of losing other people. They don't know. They're traumatized. They don't know. They think they're completely rational, got all their shit together. sad. Tell them to watch my readings. Next we have aspiration. For the 9th position, we have the 7 of Cups reversed. You just want to find your thing. Okay, 7 of Cups reversed. Like, you're really just hoping to find your thing. And trust me, honey, you will. You just know that you will know it when you see it, and you'll see it when you know it, and it's on its way. And talk about it. Put your ideas and thoughts out there, your beliefs, your dreams. Screw who doesn't like it. Learn from other people. Share ideas. And eventually you will attract the person, the situation, the opportunity, the place, the thing, whatever the hell it is. You've got to put your energy out there, even if you're just not talking and it's more just like filling a room, filling a space. You're putting your energy out there for the universe to respond to it. Otherwise, it's going to be tougher for those things that are meant for you to gravitate towards you. Ask me how I know. What is your achievement in June? We got the Tower reverse. You're just going to rebuild everything that busted down in the past. You are on your way to rebuilding your tower on the firmest of foundations, which are centered in playfulness and fun and emotional wisdom and self acknowledgement and expression and all kinds of things that are just uniquely you, meant for you, and were able to be built again from the ashes, something new, but you're able to build something for yourself because you now are in touch with your intuition here. You focus on this intuition. Do not miss this detail. And when you have that, you will automatically know in your heart, when your heart knows, oh, this is right for me, you're going to feel it. And then when you feel it, then you're like, oh my God, I need this. And I'm going to make this happen. And it'll energize so many other things in your life. Like your willingness to reach out to someone or give to someone or put yourself through something that you're kind of scared to do, have the courage to do something, overcome all kinds of things that, it's not even going to be hard for you because it's only hard to do the things we're scared of because we don't even really want what's on offer as a result. And I just burped. That's tea. I just think that, like, if you really want it, it won't even feel that scary to you. You're just going to be running towards it. Like, I have to have this in my life and I will do whatever the hell it takes to get it. And you'll be so shocked and amazed at what you're capable of. So next we have your contribution to your friend group, your social group, your society at large, whatever group you're part of, workplace, whatever. Okay, we've got the 5 of crystals, which the crystals was the pentacles, and we have the Empress reversed. Okay, so I feel like this is very different things here. So we've got 2 different ways that this could go, and I think that is dependent on whether you listen to other people. Okay, so first you could be bringing people in from the cold, giving them shelter, sharing your experiences and being like, hey, this is how I did it and you can do it too. Or you could be non-nurturing, non-compassionate, have nothing to give, be kind of emotionally worn out and taxed, not having abundance yourself, not having a joy for life itself because you followed someone else's freaking advice and dream and their desire for things, and they're coming from a place of lack and fear. It's your choice. I know what you're going to do, Gemini rising. And what needs released? We have strength, courage, endurance, usually a fantastic card. Why are we releasing a fantastic card? Well, this is something you have in spades here with our King of Pentacles cards, where it's showing me that, like, for whatever reason, I mean, Gemini rising, I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily thought, but like, if you're tuning into this reading right now, like, You are a very strong and steadfast person that is used to going on and getting on with the business and taking care of your business and staying solid in what you're doing. And yet that can also be a hindrance when you need to drop what you've been doing and go for something new. And the strength card is a card of patience and a very slow but steady movement. And it's right over this 10 of Wands reverse, is releasing a burden not worth having. And I feel like when you have the intuition that your thing that you've been wanting is showing up, you're going to need to be able to drop your burdens like that. You're going to need to be able to switch your direction that you're moving. You're going to need to be able to say, yes, I invested all this time in being this particular way. And yes, I am changing and everything will be different from now on. You got this. So now I'm going to draw a oracle card for you to finish up here. And if you're still with me, thank you so much for watching Gemini Rising. I'm going to be doing readings like this. I'm going to do Nature's Whispers. I'm feeling it. I'm going to be doing a life check-in, life check-up, rising sign reading once a month. But then I'll also be doing other readings for other signs, like your Venus sign or moon sign or whatever. I only have one of those planned right now, but I'm working on it. And then I'm going to be doing other like interesting readings, like mysteries or pop culture or just different things going on in the world that we would all like to have some more information about. And so we're going to ask the freaking tarot and make a YouTube video about it. So join me for that if you're interested. I just freaking oh man, whatever. I just mixed these all up. That's okay. Gemini Rising. What's our card for you? Get a card for Gemini Rising. Take that one. Oh, these cards are so beautiful. The big picture. I knew that was probably going to be relevant, so we'll read for that one too. So we have higher ground. Move your thoughts, emotions, and outlook to a new perspective. Take an overview of what is going on. Just through shifting your perspective, you will see the whole situation in a clearer light. A different course may become apparent. You will be able to focus on what is most important to you. Make a conscious effort to get above the situation. If there's nothing pressing in your life at the moment, consider something that may be unresolved from the past. Use the same idea of climbing above it with the intention of healing it. Once you achieve the higher ground perspective, you may find yourself filled with peace, a beautiful outcome. I mean, bringing that down to freaking earth for a second. To me, a higher perspective is looking at things as though you're looking at what has happened in your life as though you were another person. Being as objective about yourself and what you've done and what you've been through as you can, and doing the same with others who were involved. And looking at one's faults, one's weaknesses, one's strengths, and one's attributes and everything about yourself and others as objectively as possible. And when you see all of this from your higher ground perspective, it makes more sense to you in a way that's not so deeply personal, where it's like, well, why did they hurt me? And well, now you know because they were hurt or something like that, right? You start to see the connections between things when you're not stuck in the forest and can't see it for the trees. And we're looking at the big picture. Yet that's very similar vibe, isn't it? The big picture to the higher ground, what I was just talking about. There is so much more going on than you realize. When we get up in our heads and overthink things, we start to miss much of what is going on in the world around us. You may be trying to micromanage a situation and are too focused on small details. try looking at this from different angles. If you've been struggling with a problem or tough situation, this card can signal that you will find the answers if you stand back and view everything from a larger perspective or someone else's viewpoint. Thanks, I already said that. No, just kidding. Okay, well, anyway. Gemini rising, thank you so much for being here and allowing me to read for you. I really enjoyed it. And I hope you'll tune in again, watch more of my silly readings, and hopefully you gain something from it. And until then, whether you're here for a moment, a minute, or a marathon, thank you so much for being here. Bye.